My name is Rick Jones. I'm the Butler County Sheriff, Butler County, Ohio. I just came back from the National Sheriff's Training in D.C. 2 days ago. We were briefed by the FBI Director, Ray, the Director of the FBI, and several federal agencies. There's 3,300 sheriffs in the United States. The President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs of the 3,300. We have a hierarchy. We have a president. We have a vice president. The President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs. He also refuses to meet with the police chiefs of the United States. They have a hierarchy also. He refuses to meet with them to talk about border issues or to talk about crime that's going on because of the border issue. We were also told by Mr. Ray, the FBI Director, that there are more red flags going off now than before 9/11. Okay? When I say red flags, meaning people that are here in this country that are wanting to do harm to us. We were also explained we're bombing 2 countries right now. 2 countries. These people do not like us before this started. There's thousands of people here from other countries, 160 different countries. They're here not to be our friends. Some of them are coming because they're wanting to come here to the best country in the world, the way we see it. Some are coming here to do harm to us. And we were told by the FBI Director, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We were also told 5 sheriffs went to Israel 5 weeks after the attack. The only thing that saved the Israelis, the government, was the local police. They were outgunned, outmanned. They came over. The Palestinians did. They came over. They killed, raped. The sheriffs were there. They talked to the police. The local police are what saved that country. You can't just call, even in Israel, you can't just call the military up and they're going to be there, okay? They went house to house, raping, killing. The Israeli police, when our guys got there, the sheriffs, said they just don't hate us. They hate you guys equally. And the same people that train them are the same people that train people to hate us. The FBI Director said when 9/11 hit, there's more red flags now than then. So, and he said, these are people that want to kill us and do harm to us. Now, so you're wondering, I want everybody to know what I know. I can't tell you everything, but I want the public to know that we are in a terrible way right now. The United States, and I'm going to get to the local, the United States, we're on the defense. You can't be just defense and not have an offense. We have no offense. We're just defense. We're absorbing these attacks. We're in other countries. We're supplying them with weapons. We're supplying them with our treasure, our money, and we're not doing much back home. So, with that in mind, we were also told that they're going, this is from the federal government, 3 days ago, they're going to attack our elections, which they've always done that, just not the national. They're going to go into the locals. They encouraged us to talk to our local election officials and be prepared as much as they can for cyber attacks. Even locally, you have to be prepared. We've been told that, again, they're coming here to do harm to us, and even in Ohio or in the United States, we're not going to be able to call and ask for help from the federal government. They're going to be busy. The military's not coming, the National Guard. When 9/11 hit, it was all the police and the fire. And they were in total organized chaos. The military had the skies. And I don't want, somebody asked me, am I like Doomsday Jones? And I said, no, I'm not like Chicken Little. I want you to know what I know. And if you don't believe what I'm telling you, that's okay. You can do what the Israeli citizens done. You can build a little safe house in your basement. And good luck. Now, get to where we've been attacked here in Butler County. You're going to think, well, we've never been attacked. We have. The Russians attacked our system, our electronic system, our computer system. They hacked it. They also are trying to hack, just not ours. And we were down for 2 months, just a paper. Hacked our dispatching, hacked everything. Now, was that to help us? No, it wasn't to help us. It was to hurt us and cause chaos. As we speak today, the Russians are still attacking our computer system, just like they're attacking most of yours, but I want the public to know this. The Chinese tried to attack our cyber system here in Butler County, which includes everything that we have, dispatching for police and fire 5 times a day. I want to repeat that. 5 times a day. The Iranians are attacking our computer system and trying to hack it 3 times a day. I want to repeat that. 3 times a day. Now, are they doing that to help us and be our friends? No, they're not. They're trying to disrupt everything that we do. And this next election coming up, they're trying to do the same. So what we're doing here is we've got rifles in every police vehicle we have. We have what we call a go bag. We have extra magazines. And we're going to start training civilians. We've offered classes to train civilians. And we're going to start training civilians on what to do when disasters hit and emergencies hit. Naturally, we can't train the whole country. We can't train the whole county. We put this up online yesterday. It's full. We can do like 30 people at a time. We're trying to get it, and the organization that is doing that is Texas A&M. They're coming here. The federal government's paying for it. They're going to train 30 civilians on what to do when disasters hit. 30 out of 400,000 people is not much. So we're trying to get more classes. Don't want to cause fear. Don't want to cause panic. But I want the public to be aware that you are under attack. And when they're attacking, they're trying to get our cyber system. We have a grid system. Butler County does, the whole United States. Hell, our grid system goes out when it gets hot. So, and our grid system is from the 1960s. And they're trying to attack our phone system. The Chinese are flying over with their little balloons. That's not to help us and help us do some weather direction. And all we're doing is we're on the defense. We're absorbing this. And these other countries that are attacking us overseas, it's a lot of drone attacks. Get into drones. You know the technology that local law enforcement has on drones? Zero. We can fly drones, and most police departments and sheriff's offices have drones. We can't detect drones. Hell, they look like a bird in the sky. We can't make the drones stop. We can't stop them. When you see football games on TV, the national football games, they call timeout to stop the drones. Hell, my grandkids have drones. Everybody has drones. We have no technology. The federal government doesn't share any of the drone technology with us. So what we're going to do is we're reaching out to the private industry, and we're going to see if we can get anything that can detect drones and how we can stop drones. Now, again, it's not to scare people. This is the truth. Everybody in this room, the news media, you guys get hacked. They try to hack you. One of the local channels in Cincinnati was hacked. They were down to paper for several weeks. Just paper. When we were hacked, we were down to paper. Our computer system, our dispatching, all hacked. Again, that's being attacked by foreign countries. You wouldn't think that a foreign country would be attacking us. The public needs to know we're being attacked every day. Now, people that are here to do us harm, do we expect? I've been to the border 3 times. People are not just turning themselves in. They're actually called gotaways. And some of them are getting through with backpacks and packs. Now, are they bringing groceries with them? We don't think so. We believe the ones that don't want to get caught, there's a reason for that. We believe they're a good, strong possibility they're bringing something here to cause us harm. You have to believe that. China has safe houses in every state in the United States.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And yeah, as you can see in the title, you know, something is about to go down. Okay, now, this is an article from ZeroHedge.com. And as you can see in the headline, FBI chief tells lawmakers, don't panic, as terror threat soars due to border invasion. And this is one of, you know, many events that are happening, you know, many things that are on the radar, so to speak. Now, I believe yesterday, I think it happened yesterday, but you basically had France that was hit with, you know, as the article said, unprecedented cyber attacks or on their systems. Okay. And, you know, for those that are not aware, if you take a look at what's going on over there in Haiti, you know, it's pretty much gotten to the point where now you have cannibalistic gangs, all right, going around chasing people, and well, I'm sure we all know what happens when they catch them. Okay, and it's pretty much chaos over there. But at the same time, they're saying that I think they said the U.S. has intelligence of a mass migration that's going to be coming from Haiti soon. Okay, and this, majority of these things circle back to this whole border invasion, as it's called, which we kept warning you about, that there's some narrative behind this. Okay, no government in their right mind says open up your borders, let everybody come in here, and then that's it. That's all. It's all good. No, there's some narrative behind it, and for the FBI to keep on like blatantly and openly, sounding these alarms, that means that they're getting ready to either do something or they're really trying to distract people from something. So let's read a little bit of this article. Fairly straightforward. But this is all hinting towards something, and that thing not being something pleasant, but something maybe along the lines of some 9/11 kind of event, but on a much higher scale going down. Because, yeah, and not at the time, 2001, the U.S. had enemies. But now, the level of tension that is in the world, okay, and the way these nations are looking at this place, given the chance to invade and strike from within, hell yeah. I mean, what nation, what enemy wouldn't put themselves in that position? That's the whole. It's kind of like when you have countries that send spies and agent provocateurs into other countries, and sleeper cells. They do it to get a leg up. Once they're in there, they know, okay, so if we need to, we can pull the trigger from within. All right. Anyway, so it reads, before the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, in other words, the FBI, issued warnings about an Iranian assassin preparing to kill former and current U.S. government officials. At the same time, New York City, now, where did this assassin come from? How did he get into the country? How did he get access in here? And if they found one, I mean, if Iran sent an assassin to come and take out U.S. government officials, and let's just say hypothetically he came in through the border, snuck in some way somehow, do you think they would send only one? This might be a golden opportunity when it comes to actually getting people into the country, and so they'd send as many as they can. Anyway, and not every one of them might look Iranian. That's the tricky part. So, at the same time, New York City deployed National Guard soldiers armed with machine guns across subway stations. Interestingly enough, interesting timing. On Tuesday morning, the head of the FBI, Christopher Wray, told the Senate Intelligence Committee that terrorist threats against the U.S. had reached a whole other level. According to Bloomberg, this comes as the migrant invasion, facilitated by the Biden administration, has flooded the nation with millions of unvetted folks from third world countries, some of whom deeply hate America. Yeah, some of whom come from places where they can actually be seen on video chanting death to America as they burn the American flag. But according to Biden, it's all right. Now, similar to prior to the lockdowns, right? You had Bill Gates and these other I guess scientific sources, as they would call them, given that sort of alarm, that, oh, you should prepare for disease X, or prepare for this, or this upcoming yada yada, and then boom, it suddenly came, right? And it was like, wow, they were warning for so long, and then boom, it suddenly happened. Obviously, we believe that they had inside knowledge of it, but similarly, when you look at what's going on here, say something goes down, they can turn around and say, hey, we kept, FBI kept warning, they kept warning, and nothing happened with the border. And so, boom, look at what's happening. Now, this whole NYC situation with the National Guard troops being deployed with armed in the subway stations, they did that with the narrative that because of crime rates, they sent those troops there, right? So if they send troops with guns into subway stations, National Guard troops into subway stations due to a rising crime rates, what do you think they're going to do due to maybe some terrorist attack from a foreign country within on the U.S. soil? What do you think they're gonna do then? If they're deploying National Guard troops with guns, searching bags in subway stations because crime is bad, what do you think they're gonna do if a terrorist attack happened on U.S. soil? And now you have all these migrants, and you can't find them. You know, they're not documented, so you got to lock everybody and everything down. Now, instead of doing random bag searches in subway stations, they might set up checkpoints. They might set up curfews. Like, they might just go all the way with it and say, hey, we don't know how many or who are in here. We need to identify everybody. I mean, there's so many ways it can go. Because once you have a good enough cause, once you have a good enough narrative, a good enough story, I mean, you can take it as far as you can go. On Tuesday morning, actually, I think I just read this. This comes as yep, read this part. Let's go down a bit. So you've seen a veritable rogues gallery of foreign terrorist organizations calling for terrorist attacks against us in a way that we haven't seen in a long, long time, Wray warned lawmakers. Wray joined other intelligence community leaders in discussing the current security threats facing the U.S. Sadly enough, the average individual, once again, as we always say, won't lift their head up until something actually happens. And then you got to play catch up and find out what's happening, what went on, what was going on here. And, you know, in situations like that, it's very easy for you to fall into a trap of deception. Like, before you even have a chance to think, you're being, you know, told, go here, do this, go here, you know, the X, Y, and Z, and you don't even know what happened. You know, it's like if some explosion went off, boom, and then you saw like troops, SWAT team pull up, and they're like, everybody go this way, now. You're not gonna even stop for 1 second. Oh, wait, what happened? How, should I really go that way? Can I trust these guys? Because you're all over the place. You're like, what the hell just happened? And now these people are yelling at me, telling me go here, shit. You're scared, so you're not even having time to think, and boom, you go. Maybe you end up in a FEMA camp. Senator John Cornyn, R. Texas, reminded Wray that only a handful of terrorists were in the U.S. were in the U.S. before the 9/11 attacks that killed more than 3,000 people. Quote, I worry that among the people that are coming across the border that are evading law enforcement, that there are some people among those that mean to do us harm. Do you share that concern? Cornyn asked Wray. Wray replied, I do. So at this point, I don't think it's a matter of, are there, you know, the dangerous people coming across the border, people who can, you know, potentially facilitate some inland attacks. It's not about are they coming across. It's really they're in here, and when are they going to make their move? You know, that's pretty much where they're shifting this to. Anyway, he said Wray told lawmakers now is not the time to panic. He said, we are very actively investigating, working with DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, on both people whose travel was facilitated, but also members of the facilitation network in some other way overseas. I'll start looking at your government then. Already, 17 individuals on the FBI's terror watch list were captured on the border several months ago. What about the ones that aren't on the terror watch list? You always have to think from a practical standpoint as well. right? If you are a foreign country that hates the U.S. and you have members that are on the U.S. terror watch list from your country, and you send them to the U.S. to try and go through the border, obviously they're going to be found. So do you send only them? Because, I mean, is it impossible that a country like that would say, well, train up new ones and send them in there as well? If they're not on the watch list, they're not going to be picked up. The U.S. recently caught a known member of the Somali terror group Al-Shabaab. The threat stream that keeps DHS folks up at night emanates from Iran or Iran-backed groups. Biden's open border disaster has been an open ticket for terrorist cells to flood the nation. And yet, it's just like, just another day in America. Recall this U.S. Sheriff's warning last month. We're gonna take a look at this. Very alarming. Ohio Sheriff Richard K. Jones ends warning the American people after meeting with Director of the FBI Christopher Wray. There are more red flags going off now than before 9/11. When I say red flags, meaning people that are here in this country that are, well,
My name is Rick Jones. I'm the Butler County Sheriff, Butler County, Ohio. I just came back from the National Sheriff's Training in D.C. 3 days ago. 2 days.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll probably just play this in the beginning of the video. So, this will play and then the video will actually start. So, yeah, when I edit this, you'll see it in there. But anyway, open borders have compromised our national security. You think? Now, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. All right, and that's very key, especially in these times, because things that may seem, like it's just light or it's innocent, or no. Those things, what big matters are really small ones that got out of hand, right? So it may seem small, it may seem like it's something you can just overlook, but next thing you know, that same small thing turns into a major disaster, and now here you're caught off guard. Okay? So don't be ignorant of anything small or great. Always look into these things, especially understanding the times that we're living in. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying and informative to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.